question for you this morning. Have you heard the term imposter syndrome? Well, it's often discussed on social media. According to the National Library of Medicine, it's self-doubt of intellect, skills, or accomplishments. The struggle can be real for people who suffer from imposter syndrome. Here to talk about imposter syndrome is award-winning author, psychologist, psychotherapist, and our friend, Dr. Frida Birnbaum. Dr. Birnbaum, thank you so much for coming back on the show.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
So listen, this term gets tossed around a lot on social media, but especially with women. Talk to us about why this is.
It comes from your genetic background, it comes from your environment, self-esteem, your confidence, and people often feel that they're not perfect, they're frauds, and that's where the problem begins. We're talking about all kinds of professions, teachers, students, parents, whatever. All these backgrounds have these imposter complexes that we really have to look at and get rid of. It's just such an uncomfortable situation to be in.
Do you often see imposter syndrome impacting people who are driven, people who have goals, people who have big dreams and are, at times unsteady or unsure of this is the path that's going to get me there? Are those the people that doubt themselves the most?
Absolutely. We're talking about people who are perfectionists. They have to be experts with everything that they do. They have to be people who do it alone. They don't want to give anyone else credit for it. So they have to be super person. A super person means somebody who works harder and does more than anyone else, that they have to be experts in their field. And most of all, they have a fear of failure. And that's really what gets them in trouble.
What would you say to people who are struggling with imposter syndrome, who are feeling or experiencing self-doubt? What would you say to them?
Absolutely. Get out of your heads. Don't stay inside your own messages. Look around you. Look at the people. How are they responding to you? Even if it's negative, failure helps you to learn. But most of all, have some compassion towards yourself. Pat yourself on the back and say, you know what? I am doing a good job. And smile and feel good and know that this is the best you can learn, because everybody has to learn somehow, and everybody has to fail in order to learn. Yeah. Absolutely.
And those failures oftentimes lead to strength, daily affirmations, self-love, those sort of things.
Yes, because when we have self-esteem, when we have this confidence, we don't have to look to be valued by anyone. We can know that we are okay, and we can go on and live our lives comfortably. But the minute you start self-doubting yourself, you're always going to find something. But then again, when you keep building up on what you do have and you keep growing, well, that's the best way to experience life, because life is not some place where you stand still. You're always evolving. Allow yourself to evolve, allow yourself to learn, and allow yourself to connect what it is that other people are responding to as well. So stay in a place where you can be open to suggestion and open to change.
Yeah, and never, never, never compare yourself to others.
Never compare yourself to others, because guess what? I am sure that they have situations that they're questioning themselves as well.
Yeah. Dr. Birnbaum, always a pleasure talking with you.
Always.
Talk to you soon.
So much.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.